Tell you something. When I saw Mark Zuckerberg a few months ago say, we're changing our name to Meta, this is what we're working on, the metaverse is here, my mind was blown. I was like, okay. I was here when I was playing, you know, like Wolfenstein and Myst on a dial-up PC. And now I can freaking put on VR goggles in my tiny little room, and it feels like I'm in the middle of an auditorium. It's really crazy. So I kind of want to pick your brain. I want to leave this kind of open-ended for you, Ryan, because you've been kind of diving in and thinking about this a lot. What do you think the opportunities are as the metaverse opens up for after-hours entrepreneurs and marketers alike?
I don't know, you know,
I love it.
But that's why I'm paying attention, right? So I think where a lot of people get tripped up. Again, actually, one of my employees also booked the time on my calendar this morning just to talk about this. So I'll kind of rehash what we spoke about a little bit, because this is what he said to me. He said, look, he said, a lot of smart people around me are moving into like Web3 companies, you know, DeFi, they're moving into just shifting from like the traditional marketing companies and literally just shifting industries, right? And he's like, I can't help but feel like an old grandpa here, be like shaking his fist at like, this is stupid. And he's like, do you really think that we're going to live your life in like VR goggles? And the only thing I could say was like yes and no, right? Like me personally, I've never been a gamer, you know, it sounds bad. I'm not knocking gamers by any means, right? But like, you know, I grew up in a very active household. I played every single sport. My mom would kick my ass if I was sitting in the house, right? So I got a scholarship, played football in college. I've always been a very active, so I kind of miss that gaming portion. But like, that doesn't mean that I don't want to understand it, because it's me as a business owner and a marketer just wanting to understand the why, the human psychology for what, first of all, why would somebody, is this going to happen, and really what's happening right now and what's going to happen. So me personally, no, I'm not going to sit and live in VR for the rest of my life, but I am going to make money off it 100%. So in terms of marketing opportunities, I think that's yet to be seen. And that's what I'm saying. Like I actually, you know, bought Oculus and been playing around with it, and it is amazing. Like the experience is amazing, and it's only the tip of the iceberg for where it will be. Like you literally put it on, you get like tingles. You're like, holy shit. Like, yeah. And it's not even photorealistic yet. Right. So like it's going to go to a point where you put it on, you're like, okay, I just entered
the Matrix.
Exactly. And I also think I think it's a much larger conversation up for debate. But, you know, when you look around at what's happening now with inflation and just the runaway cost of housing and the lack of people wanting to work because they're like, why would I work? Why am I going to become a slave to make $15 an hour to not even afford anything? You know, like it's just not worth it. So I do think that the writing is on the wall. And I also think that Americans, especially, we've had it so good in this country for the last 100 years that we take it for granted and we assume that things will rebound. You know, like I talked to my friend who's pregnant the other day, and he's like, housing prices will go down. They have to. I'm like, why? Why do they have to go down? You know, because they have before in the past, because we've already, like all these other things. Like, I don't know if that's going to happen. And like, I don't think that you can bank on that happening. And I think this is like, if you're still on the fence about this whole thing, I'm not telling you to like go buy VR and live in the world, but I'm telling you that you have to be paying attention, and you should be spending a couple nights and weekends setting up crypto wallets, buying $100 worth of crypto, just understanding how things work. Because once you start to do that, you realize, one, it's not that complicated, and two, that this is very real. Like that this is happening, and the market doesn't care if you like it or not.
Thanks for watching Mark Savant Media. Here we're going to help you create a better content in less time and turn that attention into income. If you love this video, you're going to love these videos here. Click the one. Me and my team specially selected this just for you. Click the link. Check out the video. I'll catch you here next time on Mark Savant Media.